Hello. I don't know how I'm going to be like filming everything yet. I haven't decided, but I thought I'd pick up the camera because I feel pregnant right now. Well, obviously I've been pregnant for a couple weeks, but like things are starting to hit me. I'm trying to check my tracker right now, but I technically don't know for sure how far along I am, like down to the day. I think I'm between 5 weeks and 4 days and like 6 weeks, but things are starting to hit me now. I have been, nausea started really bad last night and then it kind of went away, and then today the nausea's just been off and on, and it's been rough. The fatigue has also been so bad. So I have nausea wristbands, and let me show you the arsenal that I currently have on my table right here. Well, first I have this, which I'm gonna have to do because I'm like really nauseous right now too. I just tried to have a popsicle after I had toast like 2 hours ago, because I know if I don't eat too long at this point I get nauseous, but then I also get nauseous if I eat, so it's like really confusing. I have some lemon water right here, normal water, Zofran, saltines. I have a book that I'm going to start reading, and some pretzel bites. So that's what's happening right now. I'm probably going to take the Zofran because I do not feel good, but so that's that. Like I said, I'm between 5 weeks and 4 days and 6 weeks. Don't quite know. I have to wait until I go in for my first ultrasound, which is in like 9 days. I have a countdown. 10 days. It's in 10 days. But it's so strange to just like be pregnant and to have known that I'm pregnant. I don't know why I'm using quotes. I'm actually pregnant. Like, but in my head it's so hard to believe without like going to the ultrasound. But like nothing for me personally, where my OB is, whatever, they do nothing until 8 weeks. Like I don't have blood work, exams, anything until 8 weeks. So I just have to chill here. And I've been taking tests. I'll have to show you like the amount of tests I've taken because I just get anxiety. Like now, I used to take it every day the first like 5 or 6 days or so because I was really paranoid, and then I can make it like 3 to 4 days where I just get a bout of like anxiety where I'm like, I just need to make sure I'm still pregnant, and then I'll take a test. But I just use those little cheap ones, so it's fine. My other main symptoms right now, insane bloating. Like I literally look pregnant. So if I go out somewhere with his family that I haven't told, which is pretty much everyone other than his parents and his brother, I have to like be strategic as to what I wear because like my bloating is so bad that, and it's only in like the lower abdominal region, so I look pregnant. And then I've been having like some congestion, and like my main thing is like my boobs also hurt, so, and they're tender and growing. But those are pretty much the only symptoms that I've been having. I've been having some cramps. Oh my gosh, I have to tell you about, like, this would be the longest clip ever, but around day 13 and 14 past ovulation, so this was like a week or two ago by now, it was so bad. I had like some brown, pinky brown spotting plus really bad cramps. Honestly, the cramps were so bad they felt like period cramps. And then I had the spotting, and I had some of the worst anxiety I've ever experienced in my life. Like I have some anxiety, but it's not like, I've never felt like anxiety like this before, where I genuinely could not sleep, and like my heart would just be racing all the time, and like I would just, my brain would automatically go to worst case scenario and I could not get out of it. And the only thing that helped is every morning when I would wake up, I'd take a test to make sure I'm still pregnant, and it was darkening, which helped. And I just had to like repeat to myself, like, it's fine, it's fine. This is probably just implantation bleeding. But the thing that scared me was like the cramps. Like the cramps were so bad, and I had like the spotting, but then it literally only lasted probably between 48 and 50 hours. Like that was the only time, and it wasn't a lot at all. Like looking back, I shouldn't have freaked out as much as I did, but like I said, I was mainly concerned about the cramping because cramping was honestly really bad. And then I had cramping like yesterday on and off. It wasn't as bad as day 13 and 14, but it would like come on and off. And honestly, they felt pretty similar to period cramps. And I'm a very period crampy person, so like I just, again, panicked. So then I just had to take a test this morning again, just to like ease my mind, to show that I am pregnant, and I am. But today, like, the cramps are better. I will be spending a lot of time on this couch for the time being. That's the update for now. I will update you next time something happens. But oh, the only medication that I'm on right now is Zofran, which I use for nausea, but I try not to use it as often. I just try to use it when it's absolutely necessary. But then I'm also on Trulance, which is for my constipation. So I've also luckily have not dealt with the pregnancy symptom of constipation because I have a medication that helps that, because my colon is already messed up, and that I feel like this medication, I don't know, this might be like slightly controversial, but like there's not much research on this medication while pregnancy, but I talked to my GI doctor about it. I was on Motegrity before, and that there was absolutely nothing, like no studies on at all, like 0. And they were actually having like a, you could like sign up if you wanted to take it while pregnant, and they could like study you and watch you, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that. But with Trulance, there was a few studies done on animals. I think it was it just animals, or was it some humans too? I don't remember. But in animals, there was nothing wrong. Like it passed the test, but I can't remember if there was anything on humans or not. But there's not like anything definitive. But I talked to my GI doctor about it, and like he said he was comfortable giving it to me while I was pregnant. But then I'll talk to my OB about it when I go to the 8-week appointment. But it's like one of those things where you have to like weigh benefits versus risk. Like if I don't take that, I'm gonna get some type of obstruction, because you get, like, I'm already constipated without medications, and then with pregnancy it increases your constipation. So it's one of those things. But those are the only medications that I'm taking. I'll come back to you in the future with hopefully something better. Okay, something that I would like to add. I feel like this whole video is going to be confusing for people who don't know my story and know about my various chronic illnesses, but I have a few chronic illnesses, and I have a feeding tube because my GI tract does not work the best. Prior to like today, so probably like the end of week 4 to week 5, past week, I have been ragingly hungry, which is so insane to me, because for the past like 2 years or so, 3 years, for a long time, I haven't felt hungry, and I was like, dude, I need to eat right now. And I started eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which has been something that I haven't done in so long. Like I would not get hungry. Like I'm still lucky enough to have a feeding tube and to be able to eat by mouth. I usually eat, like, prior to being pregnant, I ate like 2 small meals a day, one at 12 and one around 6. But I would wake up in the morning, sometimes even in the middle of the night, starving. It was insane. So I would have to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast now, it wasn't anything crazy. Like it would just be a little bit of yogurt and granola or fruit. I had an apple for the first time in a couple of years, because I was like, my body was like, I want an apple. And I was like, you know what, stomach, you're gonna digest it and it's gonna be great. And it did. Well, no skin, obviously, but like, it's been crazy. So I've been able to eat. That's been insane. So I've just been thankful for the past week where I've been able to eat. Insanity. So that's been amazing. I can eat. I still run my feeds at night, because I know that times like this are gonna happen. So even though I was eating like 3 meals a day, I was like, I'm still running my feeds at night, because I'm gonna need it later. Today is one of those days where it's like, definitely run feeds. And that's what I'm thankful for, honestly. In this first trimester, when I'm gonna be more nauseous and everything, I'm thankful that I have my feeding tube, because I can still make sure that my baby gets all of the nutrition while I feel like crap. And that's amazing. And I'm so happy for that. So I just labeled the tests that I took yesterday, so I thought I would show you the progression and the amount of tests that I've taken. Also, yes, it's February, and yes, I'm wearing candy cane pajamas. Just, they're comfy, okay? So here is the progression, all the way from 2-8, 10 days estimated past ovulation, and then all the way to yesterday. Look at that beautiful line progression. I think that's what's supposed to happen. I honestly don't know. I'm just winging the whole thing. So yeah, that probably won't be the last one I test before my doctor's appointment, because my doctor's appointment is still like 9 days away. And like I said, I get the itch to test like every 4 days. And by itch, I mean anxiety. So I'm gonna do my best to wait and make it as long as I can before I test. But yeah, I just want to show you that. And I won't show you my other tests because they're kind of gross now. They're like yellow and they smell gross, but I'm putting them in a Ziploc bag because I can't get rid of them yet. I can't. So we're keeping those sealed. Symptoms today, I definitely have what I would consider morning sickness now. I'm very curious to see how bad it gets and how much I'm able to tolerate. Like if you're new, like I have emetophobia and I also have GI disorders. Yeah, what a great mix. But I have not thrown up since because I am incredibly strong-willed. Let me tell you. Let me tell you, I could have thrown up so many times in these past years. I probably should have, but when I tell you I'm strong-willed, my body will literally like not let me throw up. So I'm very intrigued to see. I said to myself, I bet you the one situation that could probably make me throw up is pregnancy. So we'll see, but I'm very stubborn. I'm a very stubborn person, so let's make it not happen. Today, woke up at 4 a.m. feeling like I was gonna throw up, but we made it through the day. Nausea was really rough from pretty much morning, 4 a.m. Noon, it took a little bit. It got better, but then it got worse in the afternoon until after I ate dinner. And now I feel great. And I'm actually working. And it's like 10 o'clock. But I've done nothing all day. So, and I feel great. So that's what I'm doing right now. Hello. Oh gosh, where's my voice? I just wanted to pop in. I'm like 6.5 weeks pregnant now. And I just want to say that this morning sickness is brutal. Like, brutal like no other. Like, I thought I was gonna be a pro at morning sickness because I have been nauseous for the past 4 years because of my conditions. But this is way worse. My nausea, I know how to treat, like my stomach issue nausea, I know how to treat. I know how to manage that. This morning sickness, just, it has a mind of its own. Nothing helps. Like, I mean, okay, that's not true. Some stuff help, but like a tiny bit, and it's awful, and it's every single day in the morning. The morning is the absolute worst for me, and then some days I'll feel mostly fine in the afternoon. Other times I'll just be queasy the whole day, but it's way more manageable in the afternoon than the morning. The morning is just like absolutely brutal. And as someone with emetophobia, it's like, it's the worst thing. But I just have to keep reminding myself that this is not gonna be how it's gonna be the whole time, and that I get a cute baby at the end of this. That is the best part. Thank you. We got lemon water. So I've been waking up like every day between like 4 and 5 a.m. and that's when I have my first like nausea spout incident. I don't know what to call it, but I wake up and I just go sit in the bathroom for a bit, and I take a Zofran and I sniff my, this actually helps me. I sniff this, and I got this a while ago from Mayo. I don't want to talk about that. This is the only good thing that came out of that experience. And it still works, but you can get it off of Amazon, but I think it's kind of expensive, but I like it. You can smell alcohol pads too, but this is like more of a mild scent that I enjoy than the alcohol pads. And this lasts longer than the alcohol pads. So yeah, I go to the bathroom, take a Zofran, do this, and then when I come back and I have one of my candies. My favorite has been these Gin-Gins, and then I also have lemon ginger drops and these Preggy Pop drops, but lately my nausea's been so bad these are too big right now. But these Gin-Gins are perfect, but if you don't like ginger, that's gonna be a problem because they're very gingery. And then I'll try to have like bites of food. So I was mostly doing saltines, but then I've been getting sick of those, so I picked up these yesterday, and I like these because it like dissolves in your mouth. So I tried that this morning. That's like my 4 or 5 a.m. routine, and then usually I end up feeling better, and then I go to sleep and I lay on a wedge. I sleep on a wedge now, which I only have because of my past GI issues, but I sleep on a wedge and I go to sleep, and then when I wake up at like 7:30, 8 o'clock, it starts all over again, and I do like the same thing. But I don't take a Zofran. I tried to like limit my Zofran, but like since I just had one at 4 or 5, I don't take one, and then I just do the same routine again minus the Zofran. And then when I'm feeling slightly better, I try to have a piece of toast because that's more like, it's like a bigger meal, and I feel like that helps. It's very hard to eat the toast. Like I'm just here post toast, and I'm feeling a little bit better, and then I have some lemon water because I was a huge tea drinker. Like if I was feeling bloated or uncomfortable after I ate, when I had my just with my medical conditions, I would have peppermint tea, but I was like looking up, you can't really have tea while you're pregnant, so lemon water, and I feel like that helps. And then I just sit here and do the cycle every time I get like that really bad nausea again. But like the main thing is I have to have something in my stomach. Like I have to eat like every like 2 hours, but only like I can only eat like a small amount too. And I'm at the phase where like everything just sounds gross right now, so it's so hard to figure out like what to eat because I'm just like, nothing sounds good. Like everything sounds disgusting. So lately I've just been eating a lot of bread. Woohoo! Oh, and I have these on as well all the time. My congestion is still so bad. Also, another random symptom is my gums have been inflamed and swollen. Okay, cool. and I've just been insanely tired and barely working. Woo! But it's okay, because I'm gonna get a cute baby out of this. See you next time for an update. It will probably just be my appointment, because I go to my appointment in like 4 days. On Tuesday, today's Friday, and I go on Tuesday. And I'm so excited. I'm nervous, but I'm excited, because we get to see baby for the first time. And I made a list of so many questions to ask my doctor. Yeah. I am prepared. Alright, see ya. Hello, another entry from my bed, but I just wanted to update you because it is Sunday and the past 2 days have been some of the worst days that I've ever experienced in terms of nausea. Like, the intensity and the amount of times I felt so close to throwing up was insane. And it's just like, the thing is, if I didn't have my emetophobia, like, I would have thrown up so many times the past 2 days, but I couldn't get my body to do it. I was really, really trying. I'm like, body, it's okay, just do it, just throw up. My body literally refused, and I couldn't, and it was torturous because like I was just sitting there hyperventilating, like crying, because it just felt like it was right there. And oh my god, it was the past 48 hours. It's been like that, and it's been torturous. And I was like, nothing was helping, literally nothing. I've tried absolutely everything. Even Zofran would not touch it. You want to know what did touch it? That sounds
nice.
I was like, we were like scavenging the internet trying to figure out what to do. And obviously it's recommended you talk to your doctor first. I haven't seen my doctor, so don't take what I'm saying as medical advice. I'm just saying what I looked up and what I felt comfortable doing for myself for the time being. But when I go to the doctor, I'm gonna make sure that this is okay. But I looked up, and a combination of vitamin B6 and unisum doxylamine apparently is like the first line over the counter for morning sickness for women. And I had no idea that this was a thing. So I was like, okay, so we ordered vitamin B6. I haven't gotten that yet. That's coming today. It was really hard to find like a low enough dose, because I was like looking up like max amount of vitamin B6 you can have while you're pregnant, whatever. It was really hard finding like a tablet or a pill that is a small enough amount. So I ended up getting like a kid's dissolvable tablet that I can have multiple times a day, because it's only like 10 milligrams. And that's coming today. But I was desperate because I cannot express how bad I felt. And I was like, am I really gonna feel like this for the next 6 weeks? Like, I don't think I'll make it if I do. So last night we went to go get the Unisome, and like, oh my gosh. Like, I don't know what is in this, and like why this helped me more than Zofran and anything else that I have. But I did not wake, like, my problem that I've been having is I'll wake up at like 4 a.m. every morning and have an intense nausea session and just have to sit in the bathroom for like 20-30 minutes until I can get it to pass. Then I'll go to sleep, and then when I wake up at like 8 or whatever, I'll have that same thing. And then, except the past 2 days, it was just all day, like it never stopped. So I took this last night when I was still just feeling not good, and I woke up in the morning. I didn't even wake up at 4 a.m. And then when I woke up at 8 a.m., I was fine. Like, obviously I'm still queasy, and like, but to me this is nothing compared to like what I felt the past 2 days. And I feel like myself again, and it's amazing. And I had some of an apple. Oh my gosh, I've only been eating freaking pirate's booty the past 2 days because I cannot stomach anything else. And I woke up and had an apple this morning, and then I also am working on some yogurt for some Greek yogurt for some protein, and I still feel fine. Like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's in it. I saw some people say it makes you really drowsy, but to me it didn't. I fell asleep like maybe like an hour after I took it, but that's usually when I sleep anyways. Like, I took it at 9 and I fell asleep at 10. But oh my gosh, I owe my life to this. I really hope it keeps working. And then the B6 is coming today. I'm going to take both of it, and I hope I feel just wow. But yeah, today I'm estimated to be around 6 weeks 6 days based on my calculations when we go to the doctor on Tuesday, which is in 2 days. We see the doctor in 2 days. Oh my gosh, I'm very intrigued to see how far I am measuring. Yeah, okay, I'm just happy to feel alive again.
Update.
It's ultrasound day. I'm so excited. But I just wanted to add, I think I got lucky on Sunday, the last time I filmed, with how great I felt, because yesterday and today I've not felt good. Given it has not been as bad as the 2 days prior before I started taking the Unisum, but it's been really bad. So like I spent a lot of morning in bed today trying to control the nausea, and then I was like, okay, I feel great. Not great. I feel better. Let me try going to work. And then I made it to this chair before I felt like I was gonna throw up. So then I just had my ice chips, and I'm back to the booty, because this is the only thing that is getting me through right now. That helped a little bit. So now I'm gonna try to get my work done before we have to go to the ultrasound. I'm so excited. It is almost 10:30 and our ultrasound's at 1:30. So it's so close. I'm so excited. Hello guys. I feel like I look awful because, well, I just feel awful. But I wanted to tell you about how the appointment went yesterday, because it went so well. I just didn't update yesterday because it was in the afternoon, and then I had to come home and do work, and I was already feeling so awful, and then the night just got away from me. And then this morning I had my really busy work day. I somehow pulled through, even though I felt like I was literally gonna throw up the entire time, but it was fine. I made it through. Before the appointment even started, it was not going well, and I was already so stressed and anxious because, like, this is the first time I'm actually seeing a baby. Like, I was like so scared that there wasn't gonna be one in there, and I was making everything up. But then when I got there, I found out that they don't accept my insurance. But like, I thought they did because I had an appointment earlier in the year in January because I had a yeast infection. So I went to go to that same gynecologist, and they were like, yeah, we accept your insurance. And then I found out that they didn't, and I had to pay like $300 for that last appointment, and then $300 for today's appointment, because that's just how much it costs out of pocket. So I had to pay $600 starting out, and then I was just spiraling because I'm like, I want to deliver at this one specific hospital, and this gynecologist is the only one that I could get into that delivers at this hospital. There's other ones, obviously, gynecologists that deliver at that hospital, but they, unless you were a patient there already, they wouldn't take you on. And I was already a patient at this one, so like that's why they took me on. So I was like spiraling already. Like, I was already anxious going in, but then I'm like, oh my gosh, like I want to go to this hospital and this gynecologist because I really like this gynecologist. But I was like, so it was not a great start. I'll update you on the insurance information later, because the receptionist there, she was like my saving grace, because she helped me figure out so much information that we needed to be able to fix this problem. But we'll get to the appointment now. So I went to the ultrasound first, and I was so scared. And like, I know this is how they have to do it, but like, I was so anxious. And then she started like scanning. She's like, all right, we're gonna go past your uterus, and then we're gonna go check the ovaries first. So I had to sit there in silence and being like, why is she passing my uterus? Like, what is she doing? Then, you know, I know that's what they had to do. They had to look at everything. Then she finally went over to my uterus, and you could see like a little blob in there, and she said everything looks good. And then pretty much right away she's like, yeah, you're 7 weeks. It's looking like 7 weeks. And then she did like the measurement. I thought it was 7 weeks 1 day, but then I was measuring 7 weeks 2 days, which is like not that big of a difference, but it was what I was expecting. So I knew it wasn't like a shock to me that I was not around 8 weeks. Like, I knew that. Another thing that like that panicked me was like, all right, here's the heartbeat, and then it was just silence. I thought when she said that, like, she meant that like she was gonna play it out loud. Apparently that's not what she meant, and I was like, but it just did not play out loud. But the heartbeat was there, and it was 151, and oh my gosh, it's insane. Like, it still doesn't feel real, because like, to me it just looks like a blob still. I'll show you the ultrasound photos. It was crazy, and you could see like the heart beating, and it was like honestly insane. And I'm so happy and so thankful. And they literally kept telling me, like the ultrasound tech and then my doctor kept telling me like your baby, it looks perfect. Like, everything is measuring exactly how it's supposed to, and it looks like exactly perfect. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Like, they said it so many times without me even having to say that. I'm like so thankful for the reassurance. Then we did that, and we saw my actual doctor. And I forgot to tell you, but I was so scared going into my doctor's appointment, because I love this like gynecologist office, but I haven't seen really any of like the OBs specifically. They couldn't get me in with like a few of the ones that I wanted to go see, and I had to see a male OB. And the thing is, I don't have a thing against male OBs. I just have a thing against, no, I don't have a thing against anyone, but like, I get nervous around male doctors just because of how many times I've been gaslit in my life since dealing with my other health issues. I've been gaslit so many times and have been left to starve to death by all male GI doctors. So I was so anxious and like going into this, but I was like, you know what, it's fine because I want an appointment and he's right now the only one I can get. Let me tell you, this man, so nice. Like, I wanted to cry because I've never felt like so listened to and so understood. Like, he walked in, he was so nice, and he was like, here's how the appointment's gonna go. I have this book here, we're gonna go through this book, and then I'm gonna open the floor to questions. And I was like, oh my gosh. And the thing is, he came in knowing like my history and everything, because he was like telling me about like the appointment scheduling. He's like, okay, we're gonna see you every 4 weeks from now until like 28 weeks, and then 2 weeks, and then eventually 1 week down the line. But he's like, at 12 weeks I'm gonna send you to a high risk OB just to have them evaluate you to see if there's anything that we need to watch out for. And then I also want to get like their opinion on how often that we should scan you. I didn't even have to say anything. Like, I didn't even have to ask that question. That was a question that was on my list, but I didn't even have to ask it because that was one of the first things he said in the appointment. I feel like when I'm telling you this, that you're not gonna believe me that this actually happened, but it did. I promise there are doctors out there that are like this. It was insane. And then he was going through the packet, and then he's like, okay, here's like some common like symptoms like that's common during pregnancy. First one obviously is nausea and vomiting, and then he looks at me, he's like, so how has your nausea been? And then I was like, oh my god, like I didn't even have to bring it up because that was something that I needed to bring up to him because I've just been struggling so much. And like I was like telling him all about it, and he's like, what you're doing like is great, like everything that you're doing right now is great, and if it's still not helping, said automatically, he's like, I'm gonna give you Phenergan. And he's like, I know it might make you sleepy, but you might need that right now. And I'm just like, I didn't even have to ask. He like, oh my gosh. So yeah, but I'm so excited to try it because this morning and every day has been so rough. I truly just got lucky that one day with the Unison. Oh god. Lately nothing has been working and it's been truly awful. Those are like the big things that he was talking about, but he just reassured me that everything looks good and we're right on track, and he's gonna take the proper care of me and my conditions and everything. And then when it was time for like the questions part, he's like, okay, do you have any questions? And I'm like, oh, like, and then I bring up my phone, I'm like, I'm sorry, I have like a list. And he's like, oh no, like that's fine, go ahead. And then and then when I was going through like my questions, I realized I didn't even have to ask that much because he answered them just by talking to me. It was crazy. It was like the best appointment ever. And then after that I was like, I really need to figure out this insurance thing because I don't want to go anywhere else. I just felt like so comfortable and listened to there, and it was amazing and the best doctor experience I've ever had in my entire life. But as for the insurance thing, I'm gonna try to sum this up as quickly as possible because you probably don't want to hear it. But the situation is, me and my husband are self-employed. So we got our insurance in the beginning of the year, and because we're self-employed, we have to go through this thing called the marketplace. I don't know exactly, I'm not an insurance person, but it has to do with the Florida Affordable Care Act thing. But because we're both self-employed, this is literally the only place that we can get insurance. I had to figure out a way to talk about this that doesn't just lighten up the rage inside me, because it does. But a lot of places, a lot of healthcare places do not accept the insurances that come from the Affordable Care Act. And we literally can't get insurance anywhere else. It's not possible because we are self-employed, but we don't qualify for like small business insurance. Then I went on the website, like where I go, and I found this section where it said what insurances from the Florida Affordable Care Act, what insurances they take from that, and it was only 2 of them. And luckily those 2 are also taken by the hospital that I want to get delivered at and my GI doctor, which is in a different system. But the one caveat is that this insurance company does not provide me formula for my feeding tube. I have ways of getting my formula without being supplied it, so I'm just gonna have to go back to that eventually. We think we figured out a way that we can switch insurances in the middle of the year. My husband thought of a really smart way. I had to tell them about the appointment and your insurance finagling.
Why are you exposing us?
I'm not. I didn't say exactly what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, can you bring me the ultrasound photos? I want to show them the little bean. Oh yeah, he's convinced it's a girl.
It is.
I didn't have any, I still don't have a full...
You literally had a dream.
I was going to tell him about that. I didn't, hold on, don't show them because it has personal information, so I have to be very careful on how I show them. It's literally all the top, so I was just going to show them like a little bit of the screen.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it literally has...
It has everything, like where I go.
And, like,
it does not have my social, it has where I go and everything. but I was gonna show them. I didn't have any inkling until last night I had a dream it was a girl, but that was it. There we go, there's our little blob.
Nice.
Our little blob. Yeah, it doesn't really look like much at this point. Our next appointment is at 12 weeks, so we have to wait 5 more weeks now until we get to see the baby again. I'm so excited. Okay, that's all. I don't know when I'll next update you in this vlog because I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be the same thing every day. So I'll see you when I see you, I guess. Bye. Oh wait, I just remembered something that I forgot to tell you. We will be finding out the gender shortly after our next appointment because we're gonna get blood work at our 12-week appointment where they do the NIPT test. That's where they test the gender, so then we'll find out, you know, like a week or whatever after that. So I'm excited about that. Okay, that's all. Hello. It is March 24th and I'm officially 10 weeks today, and I thought this was the perfect time to come in for an update because of how I'm feeling. So I can't remember the exact day that I finished updating. Maybe it was like the day after my appointment where it was like 7 weeks. It has been in the trenches since then, which is why I didn't vlog, because I had a feeling that's what it's gonna be like just every single day. And for the first week after the appointment, hold on, my camera's dying. Okay, we're back. So the first week after the appointment, even with the Phenergan on board, it was still rough, like so rough. And then after about 1 week of being on a very consistent schedule with meds and food, I started feeling better. Now, I still felt awful and had nausea pretty much the whole day, but like, I cannot tell you how bad it was before I got the Phenergan and how unmanaged it was, but with the Phenergan I was able to manage it and at least be able to do stuff, and like, I don't know, it's hard to describe. Like, it was still really bad, but prior to the Phenergan and finding my perfect med schedule and food, like, it was awful. And I've just been pretty much laying on the couch all day and then working when I absolutely need to, and that is all I've been doing. But starting yesterday, honestly, was a day, like, I just felt like a fog was lifted over me because I was also dealing with really intense fatigue and no motivation to do anything. But yesterday, like, I felt this fog starting to lift. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I was not expecting to get this feeling until at least 12 or 13 weeks. You know, I'm not expecting this to last. It might last. I might be lucky and be good at 10 weeks, but I'm not fully out of my first trimester yet. But it's amazing, and I just wanted to film right now because we are going on our first fun outing since 5.5 weeks. Yesterday I was like, you know what, I feel well enough, let's get out of the house, because before, even when I tried grocery shopping, I would feel so sick halfway through grocery shopping and just have to like stumble through because of how sick I was. But then I'm like, you know what, today I can handle it. And we're going to do an escape room, and I'm so excited. And I put on a real outfit for the first time, did my hair, put jewelry on, and I have not done that in 5 weeks. It's amazing. Also, my skin is so bad. Let me show you my medication regimen and brief you on the food that I kind of like my food schedule, so you kind of know what was able to help me. But remember, when it comes to meds, you need to discuss with your doctor. This is everything that was told to me by my doctor. So sorry if you can hear the laundry, but in the morning I take 12.5 milligrams of Phenergan. He gave me 25 milligram tablets, so I cut 1.5 for the morning, and then I also take half of a Unisum in the morning with the Phenergan. I wouldn't recommend that unless if you know that you don't get the sedation side effect of either of these meds. Hold on, there's too many noises over here. Let's go elsewhere. Oh my gosh. So I actually used to get the sedation side effect for Phenergan, and that's why I could never take it, just for my GI issues, because it would knock me out. But for some reason, when I'm pregnant, it does not cause that. So it's a win because I'm able to manage my nausea and be awake, which I like. 25 milligrams of B6 at lunch and at dinner. So one of these at lunch, one of these at dinner. And then I used to have prenatal gummies. I had to stop taking those when the nausea started hitting. I just could not stomach the prenatal vitamins or the chewy ones. So I just got a pill, and this is just one of them. And I take this at night with dinner. And then at night, again, I take a full 25 milligram tablet of Phenergan. And if I need it, I will take Zofran, 4 milligrams dissolving tablet throughout the day. And then as for food, I cannot be on an empty stomach. I'm lucky I get to run feeds overnight, I feel like that helps. And then in the morning I eat a Honeycrisp apple every single morning for the past, I don't even know how long, but that is all I want in the morning, is just a nice Honeycrisp apple. And I end up eating the whole thing over a couple hours. And then at 12 I eat a decent sized portion lunch, and then I'll snack between 1 to 2 times until dinner at 6, and then I will snack again around 8:39 before I go to bed. That is the medication regimen and schedule that has been working for me, and I think sticking on this schedule has really helped manage my nausea. And we only have a little over 2 weeks until our 12-week appointment, which I'm so excited. I cannot wait to begin telling more people after that. It is so hard to keep a secret from like some people, and I just, oh my gosh. So I'm so excited to start telling people, and I don't know when the timeline is actually going to work out when I announce it. I might not be able to publicly announce it until like between 13 and 15 weeks. There's no way I'm going to be able to announce it at 13 weeks, because we need to tell people in our family. Yeah, we need to tell like 5,000 family members and friends before I post it, because I don't want them to find out from like an Instagram post. So I have a lot of other family members to tell before I'm able to post it publicly. I'm just so excited to start telling people, because right now it's just me, him, and our immediate families that know, and soon to be our photographer, our wedding photographer, because we want to start setting up a photo shoot with him now that it's getting closer to our appointment. Realistically, the next time I'm probably going to update you is my 12-week appointment, because my days look very much the same every single day. So I'm excited. I'm coming back to life, and I get to do an escape room today. I cannot wait. Oh, if you were looking for a bump date, don't, because there's really nothing. I'm trying to find the best way to show you this, but it literally just looks like before I'm on my period. That's it. Nothing much to see there. Like, these are my jeans that I wore before I was pregnant, and they feel the exact same. Hello guys, it's April 9th in the evening, which means tomorrow is my appointment, and I'm so excited. But I thought I would update the vlog right now before the appointment, because our appointment's at 8 a.m. and we have to leave the house at 7. So I'm gonna do an update right now. Hold on, I need to catch my breath. We just got back from a walk, which ended in me running for a bit because we saw bats, and I got scared. He just sat and stared at the bats.
They were so cool.
I don't like bats, I'm afraid of bats.
They go om-noms on mosquitoes.
Okay, I don't like bats, so I ran because I got scared. So I'm out of breath. All good news here. I am feeling a lot better, even better than my last update, which was at 10 weeks. In between like 10 and now, pretty much, I had some pretty rough days, like, which I kind of predicted, but for the most part, it was better. And then 2 days ago, I started feeling quite a bit better. So I started tapering on my meds, my nausea meds, because I just don't want to be on them if I don't have to be, and they were making me like more tired. So I am now only on 12.5 milligrams of Phenergan, both in the night and morning, and I just take Zofran as needed. That is the update. I will show you a bump date, and then I will show you something that I'm getting my OB, and then I'll tell you what the appointment will look like tomorrow, but then I will update you tomorrow. So first, I'll show you what I got my OB. I wanted to get him a present because, like I said, if you saw earlier in the vlog, after my 7-week appointment, like, I cannot tell you how much he helped me both physically and mentally at that appointment, and I was just not expecting that at all, and he totally went like above and beyond and was just so kind. And like, I cannot tell you how much that means to me as someone with chronic illnesses and struggled so much, especially with male doctors for so many years. I felt so safe and so cared for. I just wanted to thank him for doing that. So I just got a simple card, and then I just wrote like a note on the inside of this, and then I got him these socks which have uteri on them, because my husband said that when he noticed that the doctor was wearing fun socks at the appointment. So got him another pair of fun socks, and then I just got him pins because you can put these on like badges or like the lanyards and stuff. And I just got these little storks, which I think are so cute, and then one's blue, one's pink. The last thing I got was just a gift card. I specifically wanted to get that because he also is a new dad. Like, they just had a baby pretty recently, and I heard like one of the most helpful things that other people can do for your family when you have a baby is helping you figure out food, because that is one thing that is just so hard to think about and to do when you have a kid. So that's why I specifically wanted to get that. And you know, he's busy working, delivering other babies, so like food is probably difficult for them at this time, so I wanted to get that. And then for the appointment tomorrow, I have like technically like 4 appointments starting at 8, and then the first one is like a financial meeting. I don't know exactly what happens at that, but I think they're just gonna go over like the estimated cost that we have to pay like from now until birth. I'm not too worried about that because I know about my insurance. Oh yeah, update. I figured out my insurance. We switched insurances and all is good now. So everything is covered. I only had to pay $20 for this appointment tomorrow, which is really nice because last time I had to pay $600. And then after that I have my ultrasound, which I'm so excited for because our last one was at 7 weeks and our baby was barely, like, you could barely even distinguish it. So I'm excited to see what it looks like now. And then after that I have my appointment with my OB, and then after that I have labs. I'm trying to maintain excitement and just not be nervous or anxious, which is really hard to do, but I'm doing it because like I'm confident in myself and my body because I've been feeling pregnant and I've been feeling like things are okay. So I just have to keep telling myself that everything will be okay. Yeah, and I'm so excited because then after tomorrow we're gonna start telling people, and that's what I'm most excited for, is starting to tell people, because I don't like keeping secrets at all. Okay, I'll give you a little bump date, and then I've been talking for too much and it's starting to get late and I need to go to bed. It is a little bit of a bump, but also definitely still bloat, but there's something. See, there's a little something there. If I suck in, there's still like a little bump. So that is 12 weeks. So excited. Hello guys. It is the evening of April 10th, so I'll give you a quick little update on the appointment. Nothing crazy happened. It went exactly how I expected it to. We had my budget meeting in the morning, which was really nice. Honestly, we picked a good insurance, thank goodness, the second time around, and it's going to cost a lot less overall than I thought, which is amazing. And then we had our ultrasound, and oh my gosh, it looked like a baby this time. I mean, if you saw my 7-week appointment or like the ultrasounds earlier in this video, you saw it was very hard to distinguish anything. But this time, like, you could see the baby. And I'll show you the ultrasounds at the end. But oh my gosh, it was so amazing. And the heart rate is still 153. Everything's looking good. They said they couldn't get like full view on something that they wanted to see, but they said everything else looked fine. And then at the next ultrasound, like my anatomy scan at 20 weeks, so like analyze everything else. So that was so nice, so reassuring. And they said my baby they called my baby a wiggle worm. Like, it was just constantly moving around. That is so cute. And the hands, the baby's hands were by its face. Oh my gosh, adorable. Also, my acne, I am breaking out so bad, but it's fine. It's fine. And then we had my appointment with my doctor, and again, amazing. He is literally the best doctor ever. And everything went exactly as planned. I'm getting like a lower dose of Phenergan, which I'm gonna try to go off of, but I want to have it just in case I have flares of my nausea because I'm still, you know, just at 12 weeks. And then I'm being referred to a high-risk doctor just to get their opinion on everything. So he said I'll probably go to them around 20 weeks, and then I got my blood work, and it's just normal blood work, plus I got the NIPT test, and then I'll find out the gender in like 7 to 10 days. I'm so excited. Me and Joseph are gonna find out on our own, and then we are going to, like, my mom's gonna throw us a gender reveal party, and then we will reveal it to them with like those confetti cannons or something. And that was like the bulk of the appointment. Like, it went so well, and I'm just so thankful that everything is going so well with this pregnancy so far. And now we're gonna start telling people. We've started making like plans to hang out with people where we're actually going to tell them, so that is so exciting. And we've made a lot of plans already, so hopefully within the next like week and a half, 2 weeks, I can announce it on social media, which I'm so excited for because I hate keeping this a secret so much. Like, I don't like keeping secrets. But and then next week, Wednesday, is our photo shoot. We're doing the pregnancy announcement photos, so I'll be so excited. This is gonna be all for this video because this is just my first trimester vlog. I honestly don't know what I'm all gonna vlog, what I'm all gonna share from now going forward. I don't know. I just wanted to start recording, one, for the memories for myself, and then two, to kind of show other people, both people who don't have chronic illnesses and people who do have chronic illnesses, what it is like being pregnant as someone with chronic illness, because I feel like I have not seen much about it. I feel like a lot of people don't share about it, so I wanted to do that, to show what it's like and to show that it is possible and that you can do it if your body and health allows. Obviously everyone's situation is different, but I don't know, I just wanted to share my experience just in case it is helpful to someone. But like I said, I don't know what I will be sharing. I don't know what I will be comfortable sharing in the future, but for now I'm just vlogging as I want to, and that'll be that. So I'll show you my ultrasound photos and then we'll be done with this vlog. So here's the little head. Seriously, so cute. Another photo. And this is one of my favorites because the hands are by the face and it's so cute. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited and I'm so happy and I'm so thankful. And I'm so happy and thankful that I'm feeling better now too. It's amazing. But thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate all of your love and support now and just over the years that if you've been watching me since the beginning of everything. I appreciate you all so much. And I guess I'll just see you in my next video, whatever that is, because I don't know. Okay, bye!